Hello, I'm Ollie and this is Criminally, where I talk about crime, pulp, horror, that kind of thing. Today, a bit of all of that. Today I'm going to talk about my March TBR. Firstly, I always forget to say, if you're new to the channel, then welcome. Do check out my intro video, which tells you a bit about the kind of things I do here. And if you're a returning viewer, then thank you very much for coming back. Hope you are enjoying the content I post here. Do leave me comments. Let me know what you'd like to see. I'm making this up as I go along. So if anyone's got any suggestions of things they would like me to do on the channel, I'd be very grateful to hear them. So let me talk about March. So March obviously there are two events that I'm taking part in this March. One is March of the Mammoths. So for March of the Mammoths, I will be reading Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry, which is a book I've had on my TBR for a very long time. So really looking forward to this. I like Westerns anyway, and this is, a very, very well respected one. So looking forward to this. It is a whopping 940 odd pages. So it's going to take a bit of getting through. I'm also taking part in the March Mystery Madness event, which is being hosted by various people. I'll try and remember to put links to these things in the description for the video if anyone else wants to take part in them. So as I said, I did my special mystery video where I announced the books I was going to be reading for that. So I have got two by Evan Hunter / Ed McBain for that. So Privileged Conversation, which is kind of a psychological thriller, which he wrote as Evan Hunter. And Beauty and the Beast, which is the third of the Matthew Hope mysteries, which he wrote as Ed McBain. So really looking forward to both of those. I've enjoyed very much the first two Matthew Hope books that I've read, so hopefully this one will be as good. I've got a couple of other mysteries that I've just plucked from the shelf as well, so I'll go through all my physical books first. So I've also got, and these don't really fit the 2x2 theme, I don't think, but I will be reading them in March anyway. So I've got the first of the Lily Bard mysteries by Charlene Harris, which is Shakespeare's Landlord. So these are kind of cozy mysteries, I think. So not normally my kind of thing, but I fancy, I do like to read things that are a bit different every so often. So I've got that, and I've also got Call Me Deadly by Hal Braham, which looks like a fun old pulp thing. I don't really know anything about this at all. I got it in a second-hand book sale, in a supermarket, I think a charity book sale. So looking forward to giving that a try. My other two books for March Mystery Madness, as I said before, are Hydra and Changeling by Wesolowski, which are books 2 and 3 in the 6 Stories series. So I read the first one of those this month. Really, really enjoyed it. So looking forward to both of those. Both of those I have on my Kindle. So that's all the March Mystery Madness stuff done. So I've got a nice little stack of pulp things here that I'm going to read. Before I get into these, let me say the other thing I'm aiming to do in March is finish the 100 book challenge. So my intention is that I will not start reading Lonesome Dove until I've read 99 other books. So not this month obviously, but till I've got up to book 99 in the 100 book challenge. So Lonesome Dove will be my 100th book. I've done the maths and I reckon I can just about do it. But most of the other books I've chosen for this month have been chosen for their brevity as much as anything else. So I'm on book 77 at the moment. I reckon I'll finish that. And I think I will manage to read book 78 before the end of February as well. So that leaves me with 21 or 22 to read in March, which I can do 22 books in a month. Obviously, Lonesome Dove's a bit of a chonker, so we'll see how I do. But that's my intention anyway. I do really want to read it in March though. So if I do get towards the end of the month and I'm not up to book 99, I'll probably just read Lonesome Dove anyway. Right, so other stuff I'll be reading this month then. So I've got two books from the, I've forgotten the guy's name now, Joe Riker series by Jack Cannon / Nelson DeMille. So I've got The Death Squad, which has got a fantastically nasty cover there, and The Cannibal, So I've read the first 4 books in this series, and they are a bit of a mixed bag, but when they're good, they're really good. So those 2 hopefully will be better ones in the series. And then continuing my read through of The Survivalist, I've got book 5, The Web by Jerry Ahern, so continuing the adventures of John Rourke in the post-apocalyptic American wasteland. Obviously, I've got another McBain book, so this is book 10 in the Executioner series, Carribean Kill. So book 9 set it up nicely for him going to the Caribbean to take on the mafia there. So this one looks like another fun one. And book 14 in the Edge series, Big Gold, which I assume is going to be one of the ones where it skips between the Civil War and a contemporary story. So we shall see what that one's like. The cover isn't quite up to the standard, I don't think, of some of the other covers, but still looks like a good book. And then book 7 of the Gore series by John Norman, Captive of Gore. So I think this is the longest book I'm reading this month, other than what's its name, Lonesome Dove. This is the book that another bibliophile reads has predicted will put me off Gore books. So we shall see how I get on with it. So that's all the physical books. So the other Kindle books then, on top of the 2 Matt Wesolowski ones I've mentioned. There's a load of series that I've kind of started, so I'm going to continue with some of those series. So I'm going to read the second book in the Elric series by Michael Moorcock, which is The Sailor on the Seas of Fate. So I very much enjoyed the first one, which I read for February Fancy Stories, so looking forward to that. I've then got the third of the Barsoom books by Edgar Burroughs, so The Warlord of Mars. So again, those have been really fun so far, so looking forward to a bit more pulp science fantasy. And then the third book in the Bantam printings, at least, of the Doc Savage novels, Meteor, Menace by Kenneth Robeson. So again, the Doc Savage books have been great fun so far, so looking forward to that one. And then I read the Drive-In by Joe R Lansdale in February, so I've got books 2 and 3 of the Drive-In series as well. I can't remember what the third one's called. I can't remember if it's just called Drive-In 3. Drive-In 2 is definitely called Drive-In 2. So yeah, a couple of bizarro horror novels. So we'll be reading both of those as well. And then the other, so I think that takes me up to 21 books. The other book I may read this month is a new release. So it's Violeta by Isabelle Allende. So that was the pick for my non-booktubey book club. For whatever month it is, March. So that was the book club pick for March. I am waiting for a copy to come into the library, so it is a new release. I'm not prepared to pay top dollar for it, and couldn't anyway because of the 100-book challenge. So I'm waiting to see if that comes into the library. I've got it reserved. If it comes in, I will read it. If it doesn't, I will read it in April, and I will pick something else for March. So yeah, quite a stacked TBR this month. Whether I get through it or not remains to be seen, but I will provide weekly updates as always, and hopefully by the 1st of April I will be free of the shackles of the 100-book challenge, and can start buying stuff again with gay abandon. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I get to the end. I'm not sure if I'm just going to buy a load of stuff off Amazon, or if I'm not going to buy anything, or if I'm going to take a trip into Brighton, the nearest city to here, and raid the second-hand bookshops there, of which there are a good fair few. So yeah, we shall see. If you've got anything you think I should do to celebrate the end of the 100-book challenge, then do let me know. But hopefully when I do my April TBR, it will be books I haven't even bought yet, rather than ones I already own. So yeah, we shall see. But yeah, February's been a really interesting reading month. I'll be doing a February wrap-up as well. I've read some non-fiction this month, which is unusual for me. So have a look out for that. I'll be putting that up probably on Friday of this week. But yeah, aside from that, hope everyone's safe and well. Do let me know what you're planning to read in March, particularly if you're taking part. Excuse me, I put my teeth in. Particularly if you are taking part in either March Mystery Madness or March of the Mammoths. As always, thanks for watching, and I will speak to you again soon. Cheerio.